I hate this question. I hate it. Denise writes in, she's got $330,000 in her and her hubby's name in terms of their IRA accounts. I can't remember if she's retired or not. I can't remember. But her house is paid off. I think she might be. And she writes in and she goes, Josh, should I stay in the market or should I get out and wait till things stabilize? And I can't remember how old she is. I think she's probably at retirement age, if not older. And this is a perpetual question because there's no right answer. I mean, there is one right answer. There's one right answer. But we don't know if that right answer, there's one right answer historically, but we don't know if that right answer will be in the future. We just don't know. Anyway, so the point being is, like everybody, when the market declines, she's like, dude, I can't take this losing, man. I got to get out because I'm just watching my life savings deplete in front of my very eyes. I got to get out. And the easy thing is to say, well, you're already down 25%. You're going to get out now? But that's not the right rebuttal because that rebuttal assumes that the market can't go down another 25%, if that makes sense. And you can say all day long, well, historically this or historically that. We've never lived through the time we are in right now. This is the whole thing about historical. Historical until it's no longer historical. You see what I'm saying? We are in a non-historical time. Right this very second, we have never lived through, ever. So take your historical and shove it up your freaking behind because it means nothing in the moment that we are today. And I hate this whole thing, history repeats itself. No, it doesn't. We don't know what the future holds. So Denise is sitting there saying, I saved all this money. I've watched it now. A quarter of my life savings is gone in 6 months' time. And I've still got 25 years ahead of me. So it took me 30 years to accumulate $330,000. It took me 6 months to lose a quarter of that, which took me 30 years to build. So the second part of her question is, should she get out until things stabilize? And my question is always, well, what does stabilization means? And of course, we all know what that means, is when things stop the bleeding, when things start essentially going back up. And that is and this is where investing is a faith in the future. If you think things are going to go back up, well, stay in the market. I mean, it's literally as simple as that. Do you think things are going to go back up or they're going to keep going down? And if they keep going down, all right, do you think they're going to go back up to some point where they're above where they are today? If the answer is yes, ultimately I think that, then stay. If the answer is I don't know, then get out. Regardless of remember, the market doesn't care what you bought it at. It doesn't care if you're down 25% or up 25%. It doesn't care. Mind you, I'll throw another curveball here is you're actually not down 25%. I mean, let's see where you were 2 years ago. I guarantee you, I can't guarantee. I highly suspect you're way up from where you were 20 years ago, if that makes sense. 2 years ago. So you're actually well above where you were 2 years ago. And if I would have said to you, hey, in 2 years you have $330,000, you've been like, hey, that's good. I'll take that. Well, you're at $330,000 now after being, we'll say, gone from $400,000 to $330,000. You see what I'm saying? It's all a matter of perspective, man. All a matter of perspective. So the issue is investing is forever and always will be a matter of faith. Do you think the economy is ultimately what it is? Without an economy, there's no equity markets. But do you think the markets would be higher at a point in the future than they are today? If the answer is yes, then stay in there. No other way around that. If the answer is no, then get out. If the answer is I don't know, I would challenge you there because you're going to have to come to an assumption here. If you think at some point in the future the markets will be higher than they are today, then there's no reason to get out. None. If you say, well, I'm going to get out now and wait for things to stabilize, what exactly does stabilize mean? It means the bleeding stops. In terms of what? Everything stays flat? No. Why are these people passing going up a hill? That's dangerous. So, I mean, let's just say you're down 25% and then the market stays flat for 2 years. Is that stabilization? No, because you're still down. right? I mean, it could be. I don't know. All right, so let's say the markets go down 25%. You get out until things stabilize. Now they're back off. They're up 10% from the down from where they were. Are you getting back in now? Yeah, because things have stabilized. Does that make any sense? No, of course not. So let's say things go down 25% and you're getting out because, you know, it hasn't stabilized and you got out. Now they're down another 25%. Now you missed that second 25% decline. Now things are flat. Have they stabilized? No. Because you're still down. Because they haven't gone back up. All right. So now you're down 25%. The markets go down. You got out. The markets go down another 25%. And now you're like, all right. Now the market's up 10% from where it was down. Remember, you were down 25%. Why's this guy going so slow? All right. You were down 25%. God, get this guy. You were down 25%. You got out. The markets fell another 25%. All right, and but now that's up 10% from where the second 25% decline happened. Are you getting back in? I highly suspect you won't, because there'll be plenty of evidence to say this is a dead cat bounce. This is fake. You know, this is what, because there's still negativity everywhere. Anyway. This is why I always say the barbell, man. You got cash and you got stocks, and just leave it be. But there's no right answer here, because if I said stay in and the markets went down, you know, she'll be like, no, not to me specifically, but, you know, people be like, you said stay in, the markets keep going down, so because of you, I've lost another 15%. How dare you? If I say get out and the markets go up, you'll say, you said get out, the market's going up. How dare you? There's no right answer. That's why I hate this question. If I say get out and the markets go down, you'll be like, when should I get back in? There's just, that's what I'm saying. That's why I hate this question. There's no right answer. It's literally a matter of faith. Do you have faith that the markets will be higher at a future point? Might be 5 years, might be 10 years, might be tomorrow. I don't know. If you have faith that the markets will be higher than they are today, then stay in. If you think that's a probable, then stay in. If you think it's not as probable, i.e. the odds are it won't be higher at a future date, then get out. If you can't sleep at night, of course, then always get out. That's all there's to it. All right. Love your thoughts. We'll see ya.